of the 8th of March 2021 in the Western Pacific. I always note the date because the forecast can change from day to day, but at least at this time, pretty good confidence that we have our tropical wave towards the south of Guam passing over Palau, going to bring plenty of rainfall there, and eventually this will move into the Philippines, bring in an increase in precipitation as we go ahead into the weekend, especially across northeastern Mindanao and southeastern Visayas. The good news is the increase in cloud cover is going to drop down temperatures a bit. It has been hot in the Philippines, and same over towards the Indochina Peninsula, including into Thailand, where there is a hot weather watch in place at this time. Mercury is climbing up and over 40 degrees. And some of these inland areas north of Bangkok, I know that's a little bit further towards the west, but this entire area across southeastern Asia really experiencing this warm weather out here the last few days. Good news, an increase in cloud cover with this tropical wave will reduce the temperatures for the Philippines, at least where this wave is going to be impacting across southeastern Visayas and northeastern Mindanao. I think the heaviest precip, but as we go ahead into the weekend and the early part of next week, this is overall going to spread off towards the northwest and increase showers even as far north as Manila and Luzon. Increased rainfall, though I don't expect flooding out there, but definitely a bit of increase in cloud cover and some precip. But the heavier stuff will be where this flow is kind of carrying it here into the central areas of the Philippines. This is actually the 850 to 500 millibar overall background flow. What this shows you is just kind of what the atmosphere is up to, and tropical waves tend to roll along where that wind flow carries it. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. We have our wave there, and overall that flow is going to carry it across the Philippines, maybe eventually over towards Vietnam, riding along the southern periphery of that high pressure ridge right in there. All right, so let's take a look at some of the models. This is through Monday morning. There's your precip. There's your little tropical wave. Nothing crazy. GFS and ECMWF both agree in kind of the placement of this. Same over towards Tuesday morning as well. Passing over Palau, bringing some scattered showers. Might even get a couple of rumbles of thunder in there as well. And as we go ahead into Wednesday, this could spin up into a very, very weak low pressure area. It's not a LPA at this time, but maybe by the mid to latter part of the week towards the southeast of Mindanao, you might see that low start to pop up just a bit. And then as we go into Thursday, gets a bit closer. Based on everything I'm seeing right now, and if this does follow along that overall background flow as I indicated, the heaviest of the rainfall is going to be in eastern Samar, eastern areas of Leyte, and northeastern Mindanao. I know I've said that with our last tropical wave. It feels like a broken record, but very similar pattern because this is going to be riding along the southern periphery of that ridge towards the north. That also increases the pressure gradient. So at times, especially across the east coast of Luzon, all the way down towards northeastern areas of Visayas, the pressure gradient could bring gusts as high as 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. Key thing to know for any mariners, fishermen, anybody out like that, maybe if you plan on taking a ferry as we go ahead into Thursday or towards Friday, just be aware there's going to be some rough surfs thanks to that gradient increasing the winds here as this pushes off there towards the west. So that's one thing you want to watch out for. Overall, though, it is just going to be plenty of rainfall. At this time, I do not anticipate a named storm system. That's one thing I do want to stress. I don't see anything that would show a named storm system, but as we know, the Philippine Sea sometimes does throw us some curveballs. Being March, though, it's unlikely. The rainfall is going to be the big issue, so I don't want you to get caught up in the semantics here. Definitely there could be the potential for plenty of rain. This is showing over the next 5 days via the ECMWF model. And yeah, those areas in red indicate upwards about 50 to possibly 100 millimeters. These locations here with our last storm that brought some absolutely serious, significant flooding. That was Dijuan out there. Serious flooding was taking place in northeastern Mindanao. Now, this is not a track, if you will, but it is the climatology for the month of March and where we typically see storm systems. And I want to stress this, I want to note this because where I am showing where this possibly could go is kind of the classic track. So climatology does play a role in that forecast, but here's the other thing. I was saying it's probably not going to become a named storm system. It's also not only model guidance, but history. Over the last 73 years, we've only had 22 tropical named storm systems enter the Philippine area of responsibility. So it's pretty rare. to get its name storm, so I don't expect one. Southeastern Visayas and northeastern Mindanao really going to be the hardest hit areas, but more rain also in the Palau this week. I know you've been impacted lately. Hey, thank you very much for everybody who's been helping me out on Patreon as well. A few people have asked, can I donate one time and not have that monthly commitment that Patreon does? And I have the Patreon because monthly these expenses are here. But if you do want to help out, go ahead. Stop by westernpacificweather.com. All the articles, I put a donation button in there. And you can just check that out. You can make a one-time donation if you want to. I understand not everybody can do that, though. So if you just really, really want to help out, comment down below. Share the video. That helps out a lot. It helps out with the algorithm. That's for sure. And subscribe. Okay, I know YouTubers say that a lot, but it really, if you want to really help get these videos out, share it to more people and help get warned on these storms, just that social interaction truly, truly does help. You can also follow me on these social media platforms. I post random stuff. They're not always related to storms in the Western Pacific. Actually, I'm on TV here in Jacksonville, Florida today as well. So I will be on First Coast News, so if you want to check that out, firstcoastnews.com, I'll be doing some weather updates there. Anyways, for now, I'm going to stop rambling. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please let me know down in the comment box below. And as always, stay safe out there.